was. You got this gig.
Yes.
And a good friend of us actually,
Yes.
Joey Kola.
The best. The best in the world.
Who is the best. And
By far.
he was a pivotal part of
He was the whole part.
You know.
It's always Joey.
Yeah.
I mean, I've had a few things in my career that I'm really proud of, and Joey's had a hand in most of it.
Yeah.
I mean,
seriously. I love
and,
Joey. Joey's a great guy.
And I'm one of 8,000 comics that can say that. You know, like, you know what I mean? And I say that all the time. I'm like, the guy's the most giving comedian in the world. And it's funny because I got a Newsday interviewed me last year for a piece, and it was in there. They had a monthly magazine, and I said that, and he saw it, and he called me, and he was like, dude, I can't believe you said that. But then since then, I've done like 5 interviews, and I've said it, so now it's getting like old. He's almost like, shut up now, shut up.
Look,
but here's what happened. He was doing Martha.
Yes, he was doing Martha Stewart.
Doing Martha Stewart.
Right.
So Joey's, if you don't know, and probably most of you do, Joey is the granddaddy of warm-up.
Yes.
There's been warm-up.
And right now he's working for Rachel Ray.
And actually, something big is happening today on the show for him.
Yes, I know. He said to tune in.
Yeah. Which it's right now.
I know. Well, I'll have to, put it on demand.
I know what happened, but it doesn't matter.
You'll tell me after the show.
Joey, just to explain warm-up, people have been doing warm-up forever with TV shows.
Yes.
Ed McMahon was actually the warm-up. No, people don't know it.
A lot of people just think you go to a talk show
and you wait.
And you just wait.
Yeah.
But there's actually a comic who
Comes
warms
out.
up the crowd.
Right.
They warm up the crowd. They want to get the crowd going
Right.
into the show.
Right. And back in the early 90s, Joey got a call from mid-90s from Rosie O'Donnell.
Right.
And Rosie said, I want to do this show.
Yes.
And I want you to do the warm-up. And I want it to be a show within a show. That's what she told him.
And that's
so it was really Rosie's idea.
Rosie,
And Joey, I went. I was on. It was the most amazing thing I've ever seen. The way he got the crowd together and the way what he did was just phenomenal. Yeah. And I remember thinking, thinking to myself, boy, I could never do that. And he
never say never.
For years was like, I'm going to get you your own show. I'm going to get you. And I used to laugh and okay, whatever. And 10 years ago, he was doing Martha.
Right.
And Lori Rich, the executive producer, my boss from Dr. Oz was going to start.
Yes, yeah.
And she called Joey, and he said, well, I can't do it, but I have somebody. And it was me.
Right.
And the funny thing is he called me. I was.
But he said it before he mentioned it to you.
What?
I know somebody.
No, it was me. He was. That was it.
I know.
And nowadays, I mean, you have to audition. You go in for a week. Blah blah blah. I had none of that. I walked in,
it was
and it was my job.
Very different 10 years ago.
The View just did a whole search, and every week I was getting a call from a comic going, "Can you give me advice? Can you give me advice?"
Well, that's the whole thing is that he actually advised you what the crowd wants.
Well, he had before Martha Stewart, he had done the Jane Pauley show, which was only out for 2 seasons.
Right.
And I went in and did a week for him. He had to go to L.A. for a week.
Right.
So I did at least have that 1 week back.
Right. It was kind of like a crash course.
Yeah, but it was, and I remember people coming up to me at Jane Pauley going, "Man, I want your job." I'm like, "You can have it. This is hard, man."
There's a lot of pressure.
Oh, it's a lot of pressure. It's a lot of pressure.
And
so then he called me about Oz. And I'll tell you what, he called me. I was on my way. My car was in the shop. My friend was driving me to get my car.
Yeah.
And my phone rang, and it was him.
Yeah.
And I go, hello. And classic Joe, he's like, your ship has come in. Your ship has come in. Your ship has come in. And then he goes, can you talk? And I go, no. And he goes, who gets told their ship has come in and they can't talk? I said, I'll call you back in 20 minutes.
Answer, Rich.
Yeah. I'll call you back in 20 minutes. I hang up the phone.
Right.
And my friend goes, what was that? I go, it's Joey Kola. It's probably some warm-up gig that I'm not going to get.
Oh my God.
I swear to God I said that.
Get out.
And it was the Dr. Oz show.
Wow.
And we went in.
Dr. Oz, everyone knows Dr. Oz from Oprah, so it was like
he
was
huge.
It was kind of like a no-brainer.
Yeah, he was. I mean, it was. You knew. Joey said to me, "This show's going to run for 10 years," and I remember going, "I'll be happy to get a season."
Right.
And here we are 10 years later, and it's still going, which is amazing.
Yeah.
And it's all the unions involved, and you get I'm vested now. I mean, things I never dreamt of as a comic.
That's great.
But he did the first show.
Okay.
At Oz.
Okay.
he did, and I took notes.
Right.
And he was supposed to do the first day. We did 2 shows the first day.
Okay.
He was supposed to do the first day, and he was a little leery because he wanted to do the favor because a lot of the people from Oz had been at Martha, and actually Lori Rich, who called him, was an amazing person.
Right.
Actually, he's been working with her since he did Rosie with her, he did Jane Pauley with her, he did Martha with her, and then she went to Oz, asked him to come, and he stayed with Martha.
Right.
And so he said, I'll do the first day, and then you take notes. I said, okay. So he goes in for the first show, and the whole audience is, because it's a new show, it's older women who all go to Martha.
Oh, geez.
So as he's out there, they're yelling, did you leave Martha? Did you? And in the middle of the whole thing, he walks over to me and goes, you're doing the next show.
Oh, my God.
And he just threw me to the wolves.
Funny.
Yeah, he just threw me to the wolves, which was probably better.
Yeah, I guess, it's like kind of like jumping in the deep end of the pool.
Yeah.
Either you got to just do it or,
Right. So I did,
sink or swim,
he
baby.
did the A show, I did the B show.
Yeah.
And I was standing, I remember I was so scared Theresa would be caught on camera. That was all I kept thinking about. And I'm standing, we have columns, these big columns.
You're trying to stand behind
And I'm literally standing behind the columns, and all you see are my arms doing this. The column looked like it had arms.
Yeah.
So
That means clap.
yeah, that means clap, in case you didn't know. And I was so scared. And then I found out from Dr. Oz months later, actually at the rap party for season 1.
Yeah.
He said that he went into the meeting that night because he saw us in the audience at rehearsal the day before, and he said, who are those guys?
Right.
And they said, one of them's your warm-up, the other's showing him how to do it. So he didn't know, because Oprah really didn't have a warm-up.
No.
She had music.
No. Yeah.
And he didn't know, he's like, what's a warm-up?
Right.
And they said, you'll see. And apparently he went into the meeting after the first day and said, we got the guy, right? And they thought he meant Joey. And they're like, no, you got the other guy. Oh. And he said, who did the second show? And they said, that's the guy. And he goes, that's who I want. And they said, why? And he said, because he doesn't know what he's doing, and neither do I, and we're going to figure this out together.
Oh, how cool.
Yeah, I never told Joey that. But
that's cool.
Yeah,
Good morning, Joey Kola.
Oh, really?
Joey's watching.
Shouldn't you be watching, Rachel?
Say good morning, Joey. How you doing? And Joey, I'm going to get you on here, too, when,
How long have you been watching? Because I said nice things about you earlier, and I'm not going to say them again.
You're going to have to rewatch it.
I started watching some of Joey Cola's clips. He's very animated. Like, that's his style.
Yeah.
Very, like, big stage presence.
Yeah,
Right.
absolutely.
Like, he makes up for it with his personality.
Yeah, and
100%.
He came out of here, and you went right to him, and you immediately just asking him questions.
Well, he comes off as just such a personable guy anyway. Like, he walked into the green room, he was shaking our hands, like, good luck, guys.
Oh, nice.
It's like, it's hard to not talk to him and be personable with him and socialize.
You've looked up clips of him and
Yeah, a
said,
couple
wow,
clips.
this guy's pretty damn funny.
Yeah, he was on
Right.
Conan, Letterman,
Right.
a bunch of them.
And he's on Rachel Ray today.
Oh, really?
I am.
Cool.
Yep.
I
Not Rachel Maddow?
Is
No,
he
Rachel
is
Ray.
he cooking with Rachel Ray?
No, he's her warm-up act. So he warms up the audience with
Oh,
it every
he's
once in a
doing
while
the
he gets to
audience. Yeah.
Yeah, well,
But
that's what
I-
he does for, like, a living.
That's what. Oh, he does do that? That's because that's what's his name did, who is no longer with us.
Yes.
He did a lot of audience warm-ups.
Tony Walker, yes.
Yes.
What are you talking about?
Rest
I'm
in
talking about
peace.
Brody Stevens.
Oh, yes. Brody
Rest
did a
in-
lot of that,
Rest
too.
in
Yes.
peace,
Yeah.
Tony Walker. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace. No, Joey, he did Martha Stewart.
Yeah,
Rosie
no, it makes sense.
O'Donnell,
There's so
and-
many shows in the city,
Right.
you know?
And
They definitely need audience
Richie,
warm-up people.
Richie Byrne, who was just here for Teresa's show, he does Dr. Oz. He's been doing a lot. This is, I believe, today's Rachel Ray show with Joey, so let's see.
Already up?
As I said, Joe's our favorite way to start the day, obviously, and for every group of people that comes here, they would agree. What do you love about the job that you have here?
There's
at our
nothing
show?
better than being able to make somebody laugh and make them happy every day.
Yeah.
At 58 years old, like I heard from somebody who taught me, you can either laugh or cry. Let's go
That's
with the
right.
laugh and have a blast. I learned
Yeah.
that from you, and every single day we have a blast here.
We
It's
do.
fun and food.
We do.
It's fun and food.
So, we wanted to highlight your work because of your love of Nutella, too.
Yeah.
Because today we're working with the Nutella brand to help them announce something really fun. The Nutella Who Makes Your Morning Happy contest. I think that's so adorable. It's such a cheerful little thing. Makes
it's
you
fun,
smile
yeah.
just to say it. So Nutella is asking people to nominate those in their lives that go above and beyond to spread happiness in the morning. And there's a ton of great cash prizes for the winners. For full rules and more information on how to enter, you guys can go to Nutella.com. Incidentally, Nutella opened like a a mega Nutella store.
Yes, they
near,
did.
Near my house. It is amazing. You're not alone. There's oceans of people that line up around the block.
Everybody
Even in
loves
the
it.
dead of winter, they were out there waiting to get inside and have their delicious Nutella fixes of the day. I don't know that anybody brought you some today, though, but that's okay. We've got you covered. Can you bring out Joey's gift from the Nutella brand? Oh, my God! Private labels, Joey, you rock.
Oh my God, this is the greatest gift I ever got in my life.
Joey, we can't wait to come back to season 14 and more of your wonderful spirit and talent.
Me too,
to
thank you.
start our day.
I love you guys.
Thank you, Nutella.
Hello, you're on the air. Who's this?
Happy birthday, Sally. We know.
What's that?
It's Joey Kola.
Hey,
Joey Kola.
Joey.
How are you guys?
Good.
Oh,
How are
we're
you?
doing great, pal. How are you?
We saw your Nutella show.
I'm getting a call on the other line from
Go ahead.
something customer service. Watch this. Watch this. What happens now? Watch this. I'm gonna
He's gonna
deal with a
three-way.
telemarketer.
You're gonna bridge
And
you in.
they hear me talking and they hung up already. See that? Boom.
Ah,
I love
bastards.
dealing with telemarketers.
Are
we
you in
do
a
too.
bath of Nutella right now?
Everything dipped in Nutella. Yes.
Fills the bathtub.
My
just rubbing it
skin
on his
has never
body.
been so silky
There you
smooth.
go. You get in. It's a slow squat, and then what happens is you just lean back and fall in, and there's no splash. You
just
sink in
goo.
slowly. That's
It's a
what happens.
plop.
Yeah.
It's like a warm goo of love.
Yeah,
It's a
actually
quicksand.
the only true
Yeah.
way to remove a tattoo. You have a tattoo you need removed, just sit in the bath in Nutella and you're all set.
So I was telling him
Yeah,
that was really true. You really have all those bottles, cans of Nutella, jars?
Jars.
Jars.
Yeah, I got the jars and everything, and actually for Christmas, Rachel gave me a 7-pound bucket of it. And, I mean, I don't eat it I don't eat, I don't, drink glasses and mugfuls of it, but before I go to bed at night, I'll get a teaspoon out, boom, a little bit of peanut butter, a little bit of Nutella on there, bang.
Yep.
Nice.
Do you
Put on a
think
piece
she's
of
trying
toast
to?
every once in a while?
Do you think she's trying to kill you?
Yeah, maybe.
No, she's making me happy.
Yeah, no. This is what the hosts do. Have you ever seen Ellen? She just gives out ridiculous things.
True.
Oprah giving out cars.
There's
This is what the
nothing
hosts
ridiculous
do.
about Nutella.
Well, now that you mention
No,
it,
but that's different, Eric. That's
No, that's on me.
That's Doug.
That's
That's
Doug.
Doug the
That's
intern.
Doug
that's
the
giving it
intern.
to the audience.
That was
Audience
Doug
doesn't
the
say
that,
anything.
Joey. That was
true.
Doug the intern.
Oh, hey Doug, how are you?
Yeah,
Good. How's it going?
This is Eric. That was
Good, I
Doug
think
the
good
intern.
things in the future on the horizon for you, Doug.
so what I didn't know though is that some of those jars were personalized.
They were personalized. They said Joey. They said awesome. They said a bunch of different things. Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, that's really
I
nice.
dig it, man. Listen, that's one of my few vices. Now, you know what? You know me. I have a few different vices. But you know what? You got to have some vices, and you got to make yourself happy.
I agree.
Conversation's
You gotta
always
live a
about
little.
depression and who's depressed and who's this and who can't keep up with this and who can't keep up with that. Keep your life simple, man. I mean, the other day, Tony and you and I, we had All American, and I was so
baby.
happy. How happy were we, man?
Oh, we were pretty freaking happy. We were
All American makes me happy.
Yeah, we were giggling like little
go.
kids, man, as we're sitting there eating. It was wonderful. Joey Kola, All American. All I needed was a Met game and a pair of tits, and that would have been my life.
Did you have a knish over there?
No,
No, just burgers.
no, you don't go to All American for a
I think
knish.
the knish is delicious.
The
over there.
knishes are good
All
though.
right, I believe you, but
I love a knish.
Yes,
They have a good knish.
a good knish can
Yep.
make a
Now wait,
a wonderful.
I'm
lunch.
sorry, Joey. What I'm really curious is that was a lot of Nutella. How did you get that home? I'm
yeah.
assuming you live on Long Island. How did you get it from Rachel Ray's studio?
all one big train car.
That's what I'm saying. Did you throw it all in like your car? Like what did you do?
I'm going to tell you what happened. I took 5 jars that day, and I just did a show, and one of my friends that I work with was at the show up in the Bronx, and she brought about 5 more jars. but I told them to give it to the local food banks and homeless shelters.
Oh, nice. That's a
and the
solid.
guests, the people that work on the show, whoever wanted a jar can take a jar.
Wow.
You know,
Very
so
nice.
Everybody kind of took a jar, but
That's
still
nice.
left
Why
over
wouldn't they?
100 of them. So we gave them to the local food shelters, around Chelsea.
I
Well,
would have.
that's very nice.
Wow, Joey is very nice. I would have taken them all.
Yeah, you would have
I
been
would've
like, we're
lived
getting
on
these
them
in
till
my
I died.
trunk. We're bringing them back to Long Island.
I was like, all right, line up, crew. We're making an assembly line. Put them all nice and neat in the back seat.
I would
Here
have
we
took
go.
5 home with me every day and lived on it till the day I died.
I would have taken
Yeah.
one home.
Really? Just one?
Just one. I really don't. I don't see myself using that much Nutella.
No.
No, well, you know what? I should have set up like a lemonade stand in my corner of my block. Like a
Yeah,
stand.
right?
As touched by Rachel Ray. No,
you
Nutella,
go.
right, and then you could have upcharged them.
Right.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
is
You can make
Now,
$100 a jar.
Did you guys see the tape piece that they did beforehand? The videotaped piece about me, like behind the scenes, cheering up the audience and stuff.
no.
I don't think so. We were
didn't see
here.
that. We just
Tony
posted-
pulled up
Oh,
something that
okay.
we
When
saw.
You go
We
later
pulled it-
on,
you're
go
already
to
on
Facebook.
stage.
It's a 6 minutes piece of. They do a whole piece about. Nutella's doing a campaign about who makes you happy in the
Oh,
morning.
yeah, we saw a little bit of that, but you weren't on until you were on stage talking with
Yeah,
her.
we just saw the ending of the show.
No, okay. There's a whole videotape piece. It's a backstory of me running around with the audience in the holding area and doing my shtick in the morning. So when you get to Facebook, it's all over everywhere now. So.
All right, I'm looking for it
But it was
right
a
now.
good
Exciting
piece,
day for
man.
you.
I'm
This is
humbled and
cool.
I'm thankful. Every once in a while, blessings come from the sky, and that was a blessing for me. And I'm humbled and thankful for that to happen in my life at this point. So.
That's very nice.
Here comes another telemarketer.
Yeah.
You hear them?
Oh,
yeah.
yeah,
All
phone
right,
ringing.
let's hear what you're gonna do to them.
Let's see what they say. Watch. Hello?
And they hung up. Bastards.
How
Yeah,
are you?
Richie,
Hi,
what
how are
do
you
you
today? My name is Christy. Now I talk to you about the credit card department and the thing. I don't know you, Christy. Kiss my ass. Christy. How do they come up with these? Like, you know what? If the phone rang, it was, I am a guy named Bert. It's not going to work. Hi, I'm Christy.
Actually, I think that would work. If some guy called me up and said, "Yo, this is fucking Joey over here. Do you want to buy this shit?" I think I'd actually talk to that guy.
Really?
Right, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, because
you
he's
wanna do
honest
that
and he's
guy?
not your typical fake, bullshit
Yeah.
bitch that's just
Well,
you know.
honestly, half the time now, it's an effing computer or robot.
Well, true.
Right.
Yo,
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
It's
Have
not
you
even
guys
a
gotten the
person.
one where they're like, "Oh, your social security number
Yes.
got canceled. You got to call
Yes,
this
in fact,
number."
we got a
Yeah.
call here, and it was Officer Tom Smith from the
convincing
Mumbai
name.
division of the Social Security Office.
The
Yes.
Mumbai.
Mumbai.
Yeah, that's what he
yes.
said.
That's-
We were
Hello.
cracking up.
This is Officer Tommy Smith. I'm like, oh, really? That's great.
I'm from this one team. Of the,
Fucking pulls out a piece of tandoori
If you
chicken.
do not pay the bill, we will send the sheriffs to your house. All right.
We will
Okay.
take away your Nutella.
everything's up and going with you guys today, right?
Yeah, looks good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Looks good,
Good,
feels
good.
good.
It worked good last
Good.
night. It worked good this morning. It's fun.
Good, yeah, because I'm in talks with people and stuff about everything. So
Good.
I like it.
Tony, give me a call later on, and we'll talk business, my friend.
You got it. I'll give you a buzz. Thank you, pal.
Business.
And
All right,
and
it's
appreciate
great
you
talking to you
calling in.
guys.
Yeah, appreciate you calling in as well. And congratulations on the Nutella.
Anytime. Good luck to you.
All right,
Eric,
Joey,
have a great day. Sally,
too.
I love you. And the intern, what's his name?
Doug.
Doug the intern.
Oh, and
Hey,
also
you gotta get rid of the-
And I forgot to mention Pete. If you remember, a few weeks ago we came out of the studio here, and the guy Pete came over to you and started asking you some questions. He's actually he me and him got to talking that night too. So I invited him. He's sitting here now.
How you doing, Joey?
Beautiful. Hi, Pete.
And also,
Such a fun name, man.
Fun name.
Isn't Pete the greatest name? Everybody in my life that I know with the name Pete or Petey like that, it's just so fun a name. It's just a fun freaking name.
I love my name.
Doug is
I fucking
good
love
too.
it.
Doug is good too.
I'll take
I
a
like
good.
Doug.
I'll take a
All
good.
right.
Doug is inferior to Pete, though.
He is.
Yes.
and also it is Sally's birthday today, Joey.
Yay, me.
Oh, happy birthday, Sally. I wish I was there with some All-American.
Thanks,
Oh.
Joey.
With cheese to
Next
spread all
time.
over your
Where the
body.
Kanish.
But wait a minute. Sally, what would you, if it was given your druthers, what would you have to eat on your birthday?
My penis.
Oh,
Hey, what the?
Anthony.
Pete. Oh, no, really. What's
can't
your
even
favorite
answer.
food, Sally?
Sally, what would you
I
like?
know, really.
A salmon burger? What would you like?
Yeah, what would I want? Yeah, I do like salmon. I'm partial to salmon.
You partial to salmon?
Yeah.
Okay, and how do you make it? What I do is I saute a little bit of olive oil, skin on, do the skin side first, then you flip it gently.
Yep.
You
know, like that.
spread
Is that what you
Nutella
do?
on it?
No
What if I
Nutella.
do it?
No.
What about teriyaki? Would you like a teriyaki salmon?
I do
Little-
like teriyaki
little,
on it too. Yeah.
balsamic
I like
glaze.
salmon.
Oh, balsamic
glaze.
glaze.
That's good.
Sorry, I almost said glaze.
Yum.
All
There
right,
you go.
and a
Little
little wild
balsamic glaze,
rice.
little mesclun salad on the side.
Yeah, that sounds really good.
Joey's pushing.
Yeah, I would put that. I would put the
Pushing
salmon on a plate with some saute it in some olive oil, maybe a little bit of onions, a little mesclun salad on the side with a little bit of a light dressing. I put it all on the plate, and then I throw the whole goddamn thing in the garbage. I do that to my aunt all the time. My friend Hector Rosano, rest his soul, used to open up for me. We used to have long conversations. At the end of any conversation, he'd go, and then I throw the whole goddamn thing in the garbage.
This guy's
Now,
great.
That's great.
Whenever I talk to my aunt, I go, "What'd you have for dinner, Aunt?" "Well, I made myself a nice piece of chicken, had a little bit of pasta salad on the side, and then I threw the whole goddamn thing in the garbage."
Why? It's so funny.
And does she laugh or does she just go, "Oh,
She
Joey"?
laughs. She laughs. She gets hysterical.
That's
Now,
great.
that's what whenever we talk, that's what we do. We talk. We at the end of every sentence, we say, "I tried the garbage."
My favorite part is watching you do when you talk when your nephew Mike is here working as an engineer, and every
Yeah.
time you tell a family story, he looks at me and he goes, "I'm serious." He is dead serious about this person. Like he says that you like nail them all the time. Like he goes, "No, I'm not kidding. There's no exaggeration in this."
Yeah, that's my Aunt Theresa. Joseph, it's going to get cold out. Make sure you close your windows. My what? Your windows.
Your
like
windows.
a bee at a picnic, the high-pitched voice. Your windows. You close your windows.
Joe, you sound like the comedian Robert Kelly. He does a very similar impression to you.
Does he?
Yeah,
He
Bob
does.
Kelly. Rob Kelly.
I do know Rob Kelly.
Do we need to kick his ass? Is he stealing Joey's
Yeah.
stuff?
Yes, he's stealing your
No,
we
stuff.
might have
I know
to.
Bob Kelly a long time. He used to open up for me a lot. He used to be in
Ah.
Cleveland a few times, and I know him a long time since he's a little baby comic.
A little baby like
Little
Pete
baby.
over here.
Yeah.
Like
That's
Pete.
right.
Pete's a little baby comic,
It's-
23 years old.
And it's like Joey Kola Day over here. They were talking about Joey on Theresa. Richie Byrne was here talking about Joey.
That's right.
It's like Joey Kola.
Now, what did they say about me?
Oh, I can't even tell you. It was horrible.
Oh, yeah.
They
my
said
God,
put him
now
in
I
the
gotta get a
fucking
lawyer.
garbage.
That's great.
Isn't that funny when you hear like I'm talking to you guys now, and like, hold on 1 second. The fight going on in the background. Is that the great? Yeah. Hold on 1 second, you guys. Don't use that finger. Get the ointment and don't use that finger.
He's just in the
So
background.
sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm carried away.
That's okay.
All right.
All right,
I
Joe.
I
think,
love you guys.
and I think we found
Love you too,
I
Joey.
think we found the tape piece from today's show. So I'm going to play that now. So thank you, pal, for calling, and thank you for everything, man.
Thank
You
you
got
for
it. I'll
not
talk to you later.
making it about Sally's birthday.
Oh, he did.
He did a
He
little
said
bit.
happy birthday, but he didn't call
Birthday
specifically
to
for that.
you.
He was thinking about it the whole time, though.
All right.
Thanks, Joey.
Bye, Pete.
Bye, Joey.
Petey.
Bye. Bye, Joey.
Bye, Doug.
Take it easy.
Bye,
Bye,
Doug.
Doug.
Bye, Doug.
See you later, Doug.
Bye, Joey.
Take it easy, Doug. Doug, see you later, Doug.
Enjoy your time in the garbage.
Goddamn thing in the garbage.
It took an hour to say goodbye. Oh, there he goes.
Oh, he hung up. Now he hung up on you.
All right, let's
All right,
see.
what's this?
I hope this
That's
is
the
it.
audience we've ever had in the studio.
Oh, wait a minute.
Rodeo clown.
Here we go. Yeah.
That keeps on giving is Joey Kola. So this is Joey Kola. He's a fabulous comedian. Joey not only starts our day here in our studio every day, and we love him very much, huge, valuable member of our team, but Joey makes our audience feel welcome, and gets them laughing, kind of warms them up. And the thing that makes Joey happiest in the world, other than folks' laughter and meeting strangers, is Nutella. You know, the hazelnut spread.
Nutella hazelnut spread, baby.
So over the years and over 2,200 and something episodes, Multiple people have come to the audience, here, more than one time. Joey gets random, no longer strangers, bringing him Nutella. Anyway, this is how Joey makes us smile. Watch this little reel we put together.
It's Rachel's show, so I kind of invite them to her house.
Are you ready to have fun? Yeah!
I'm the MC.
You guys might be the best audience we've ever had in the studio.
I'm the rodeo clown.
Guest that keeps on giving is Joey Kola.
The ringmaster, you might say.
These are the jokes, and I'm all you can afford, people.
All right, it's about 10 o'clock. I got to go down and meet the audience for the first time.
All right, everybody, how are you? Good morning, everybody. This is going to be loud applause.
Applause sign? I'm a living applause sign.
Chocolate cake. Just play along, sir, and you won't get hurt. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, the audience is in. Let's get this party started.
All right, here we go, everybody. Are you ready? We got a great show for you guys.
I want everybody to come in and have a great time. It might be their only time ever coming to a TV show, and some of them have traveled from across the country.
North Carolina.
And Canada and other countries around the world. So I want them to come in here and have the greatest experience they can have.
Hey, everybody, welcome.
What happens when we get rolling is I watch our producers and our stage managers on the floor also keep an ear to what Rachel is doing. So I'm hearing the conversation, whether it's cooking or an interview. I also watch the producers. Sometimes we're out of time and we got to go, so we have to get applause to go out to commercial break. I want the audience to feel great when they leave.
That's for you.
I want them to leave here saying, wow, that was a great experience. I learned something. I feel good, and I'd like to come back again.
Nice.
Very nice.
Very good.
How did you know that? Holy shit. Slow down,
You should have your own show.
Boy, that dropped like a fucking rock.
Joey, I'm sorry. Guys, that's my question, actually. How was it working with the legendary, the amazing, the so talented Joey Kola right there? That's what I want.
Jesus Christ. Joey's been with us on and off. He's not coming to Australia, but he's been with us on and off doing stuff like this.
No, let's
give him a big hand for Joey Kola.
Come on.
He was great. Thank you so much.